New York City is in chaos. The power's out, the temperature is soaring, and something inhuman is stalking the streets. Bodies are turning up stripped of their skin, trophies are being collected, and the city's greatest protector, Spider-Man, is being pushed into a hunt unlike any he's ever faced. But this isn't the work of any old villain or deranged killer. No, this is the brutal calling card of something far worse, a predator. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. In the second explosive issue of Predator vs. Spider-Man, the walls close in on Peter Parker as Mary Jane fights for survival. A deadly hunter moves through the shadows, and even Kraven the hunter senses the blood-soaked storm brewing on the horizon. This isn't just a hunt, it's a warpath, and at the center of it all, a rogue Yautja known only as Skinner, leaving behind a trail of mutilated victims and ancient mystery. Let's dive into the brutal, high-stakes carnage of Predator vs. Spider-Man number 2, where the heat is rising, the lights are out, and the true hunt has only just begun. We open deep beneath the streets where utility workers are doing everything they can to restore power to 8.5 million sweating, scared people. It's the hottest night of the year, and the city feels like it's about to burst. The workers have no idea what they're really dealing with. To them, it's just another outage. But the truth is, this blackout is the perfect hunting ground. One of the workers, alone in the subway tunnels, hears someone calling for help. It's a voice, desperate and terrified. He follows it through the dark and reaches a train car, hoping to find a survivor. But when he opens the gate, he's met with a scene straight out of a nightmare. Blood everywhere, bodies piled like discarded trash. And then the voice calls again. From deeper inside the car, the worker enters, heart pounding, and finally comes face to face with the source. It's a man, or so it seems. But then the skin peels away. It's the Skinner predator, wearing someone else's flesh like a mask. The voice calling for help, that was him, mimicking a victim to lure in more prey. When the worker asks what happened, the predator tears off the disguise and reveals its terrifying, mandible-splitting face. Another life ends in the dark. Meanwhile, Mary Jane and another young woman are trapped underground in another part of the subway system. The girl is panicking. She doesn't want to die, and who could blame her? But MJ is tough. She looks her in the eye and says, "You won't. I'm not going to let that happen." Even in this madness, MJ refuses to give in to fear. Back at Mary Jane's apartment, Peter Parker is frantically trying to warn her about what's going on. He knows there's a killer loose in the city, one that leaves behind skinless corpses and vanishes without a trace. But MJ's not there. Instead, Detective LaPearl shows up, and she's furious. She suspects Peter knows more than he's letting on. Peter manages to slip away, but not before dropping a clue behind. It's unclear if LaPearl understands what it means, but Peter's running out of time. The city's unraveling. The killer is still out there. MJ is missing. The heat is becoming unbearable, and Peter can feel it in every spider-sense fiber of his body. Danger is everywhere, and it's not human. As Spider-Man swings through the sweltering skyline, he passes a strange sight. Pigeons scattering in terror, as if sensing something invisible overhead. Up in the sky, cloaked from human eyes, hovers a predator ship. Peter's spider sense is flaring like a siren, but he can't pinpoint why. The entire city feels like it's alive with menace. Something is hunting, killing, collecting. Fingers, skins, skulls, anatomical trophies. To figure it out, Peter heads to a place few think to look in times of crisis: the library. He digs through history, searching for patterns, symbols, stories that match the horror he's witnessing, because he's starting to realize this might not be a one-time event. This might have happened before. Elsewhere, Kraven the hunter stands before a hanging corpse, having a conversation with the dead. He confesses something unexpected. He's been bored. For too long, the thrill of the hunt had faded. But now, with the arrival of this unknown killer, this Skinner, Kraven is intrigued. He sees a kindred spirit, another predator, a real challenge. And if Spider-Man is also chasing this thing, then the hunt has become even more interesting. Just then, Detective LaPearl finds Kraven, attempting to arrest him, but Kraven laughs. He vanishes into the darkness, thinking to himself, if Spider-Man knows about the Predator, then this is more than just a hunt. This is destiny. Back in the tunnels, MJ and the other girl stumble upon an older man. He warns them to keep quiet and leads them deeper underground. What he shows them is horrifying. It's not a nest, not a lair, it's a slaughterhouse. Bodies everywhere, old and young, male and female, every race, every background. The only thing they have in common is death. This isn't a trophy room. It's chaos, madness, a grotesque display of cruelty. Peter, meanwhile, returns to the Daily Bugle, carrying what he thinks is the first real breakthrough. He's found photos, evidence. This pattern of killings goes back decades, centuries, even. In times of war, in times of plague, whenever human society teetered on the edge, something always emerged. Something that hunted in the heat, in the dark, in the chaos. He shows Jameson a picture from the Battle of the Bulge in 1945. German and American soldiers alike, stripped of skin, hanging from trees. It wasn't man that did that, it was something else. But Jameson isn't buying it. He dismisses it all as a wild conspiracy. Some twisted story Peter's cooked up to sensationalize a tragedy. But Peter's spider sense goes off again. Something's outside the window. He turns to look, and though nothing is visible to the naked eye, the birds tell another story. They're fleeing, terrified. The ship is still there, hovering, cloaked, watching. Then comes the twist. Before the power went out, Peter uploaded the story and the crime scene photographs to the Bugle's cloud. What he didn't know was that those images contained something else. A signature, a symbol, burned into the frame. And that image triggered something. Somewhere in deep space, or maybe just the upper atmosphere, a signal was received. A hunting party was alerted. The photographs matched a pattern the predators were waiting for. And now, they're here. In the final panel, we see them. More predators aboard their ship. They've come not for Spider-Man, not for humans, but for the Skinner. He hunts without honor. He has broken their code. And now the hunters have become the hunted. This isn't just a manhunt. It's a trial, a reckoning. The Skinner has drawn too much attention, taken too many trophies, gone rogue in the worst possible way. And his own kind won't allow that to stand. Issue number 2 closes with Spider-Man caught in a web of confusion, violence, and secrets far older than he imagined. He's up against something he doesn't understand, and somewhere in the shadows, Kraven and the Predators are watching. The city is still burning, the bodies are still falling, and the real hunt has only just begun. With each layer pulled back, the mystery deepens. Who is the Skinner, really? What drove him to betray his own kind? And how much longer can Peter keep this together before everything falls apart? One thing's certain, the battle lines are being drawn. Spider-Man is caught in the middle of a war he never asked to fight, but he won't back down. Not with MJ missing, not with innocent lives at stake. The hunt continues, and with 3 deadly forces now circling one another, the Skinner, the Predator hunting party, and Kraven. The only guarantee is that more blood will be spilled before it ends. Our nerdy thoughts. The city may be shrouded in darkness, but one thing's clear. Spider-Man isn't just up against another villain in a mask. He's facing a killer born for the hunt, forged in blood, and driven by something far more terrifying than revenge. Ritual. As Skinner turns New York into his personal hunting ground, and more predators descend from the stars in search of justice or vengeance, the stakes are reaching cosmic levels. Peter's instincts tell him something bigger is coming. Kraven smells the thrill of a worthy challenge. And somewhere out there, Mary Jane is walking through a nightmare that's only getting worse. This isn't just a hunt anymore. It's a war between monsters. And Spider-Man, he's caught right in the middle. If you thought things were intense in issue number 2, just wait, because the real fight hasn't even started yet. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss our breakdown of the next brutal chapter. And drop your thoughts below. Who do you think will survive the hunt? And what exactly is Skinner hiding? See you in the next one.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.